Hey, favored ones. Welcome back to another collective reading. Happy full moon. Inside of the kitty keeps meowing in the background going zoomies because of the full moon. So I'm sure some of you may be feeling like your cats and animals are going a bit wonky, or you're dealing with customers because of the full moon. Um, And yourself, you could be considering it's in Taurus right now, full moon in Taurus, so that energy is going to make you wanting to keep your household nice and clean and put together, and maybe you're just really into taking care of yourself and making the foods that you enjoy. So I have a few messages, but before we do that, welcome in everyone. Take your seats at the round table. There is the wishing well in the corner. If you care to throw in a few coins and make a wish, that is totally permitted. And for anyone who is new, welcome. For any of those who are returning, hey, favored ones, hello. So yeah, over here in this corner of YouTube on my channel, we like to do something called Welcoming in Utopia. So welcome Utopia, welcoming it in. Whatever your personal, international, galactic utopia would look like, this is your moment to take that moment and really focus and chime in that energy. Because I feel like if we move together as a collective and hold, at least for one day, like when we have a moment of silence, or a saving energy day where for 1 hour we all turn off the lights. I feel like it's the same for this way, but we're holding the energy and holding space for utopia to be welcomed into our lives. And I feel like that is important, as a lot of us hold on to that negative energy, and it's not helpful on the nervous system and the rest of the body, and of course the collective. So if you'd care to join us in the moment of taking in and welcoming in utopia, I appreciate anyone who takes the time to do the exercise. So you may pause the video now and just take in a couple of deep breaths and think about what your favorite type of utopia and lifestyle would be. So as per usual, I will bring about the downloads that I had in between last video and now. Before I get into those, I wanted to speak on what was coming to my mind right away. Some of you may be having headaches, need a bit more hydration and sleeping. I feel like some of you may be getting insomnia due to nightmares or just bad dreams. It can happen around this time with, the holidays can bring up a lot of things for you to cleanse and clear out. So don't be too upset with the progress you've made if you feel like you're taking a couple of steps back. Just remind yourself that this is a way of your body letting you know what it needs to clear out, or that maybe it needs a little extra TLC, a little tender loving and care during these times. So make sure that you are taking care of you. If you're lucid dreaming a lot, you're going to notice that you're tired during the day because your brain and your spirit is still active during sleeping hours. So make sure that you are giving yourself grace and having naps, or making sure you're taking extra rest on your brain from away from social media and just resting your cortex. For those who are wanting to lucid dream more, you can keep journals. You can look at your hands before you go to sleep, as in dreams, they're much like AIs. They do not do hands very well. And you will notice this right away, and it will trigger your brain into knowing, hey, this is a dream, and you can help that with your nightmares. Baby boy! So yeah, which brings into one of the downloads that I had, where it, to bring up the information on left and right side of the brain. one side holds emotions and the other holds trauma. So sometimes our logical brain will be upset because we're getting emotional over something that could have been traumatic that happened. And both can be true. You can hold that logic in your brain and the emotions still be there. It will take some time of regrowing the gray brain matter within your cortex. You could do that with movement therapy such as Qigong, running, swimming, dancing. You can do it through mental meditation such as coloring, writing, journaling, and of course singing. There's a lot of different styles of meditation, and a lot of people get stuck on the fact that of meditation where you have to sit still and you have to have a void of thought. There's other meditations that don't have that. For anyone who feel like there isn't one for you, you can look into it, and you don't have to be good at it. You just have to take the time for 15 minutes and give yourself that time to at least wind down. That's my guides are giving me the example of, like, if you were in daycare, say you were in childcare, and you're really young, and there's nap times. For some people, they may be able to nap at daycare, and for other kids, they may not be able to nap, where they just have to lay down on the mat and keep quiet during that time. Usually the neurodivergent kids can't, and they'll have to try and entertain themselves. So, like, take the moment to sit there without judgment in yourself. And sit there without judgment before you go to sleep as well. List off things that you love about yourself, that you love about your spouse, that you love about your favorite animal or your favorite TV show, and make sure that you just list that off before bed. Or list it before you start off with the day, showing yourself love and grace for your past mistakes in love. Two of Cups, know that you are divinely protected by Michael at this time, Archangel Michael. If you don't believe in angels, then you are surrounded by your support system and you're protected by your own intuition at this time. But for those who do, you may also be a fire sign as well, or especially a Leo, as my Marian Starseeds as well is coming through, or just have a heavenly familiar that is watching out for you. If you had a animal pass away when you were going through the spiritual realm and astral traveling or lucid dreaming, you may ask your spirit guides whether they passed on or not. You may ask your spirit familiars for guidance, and they may guide you through your dreams if you're having a rough sleep, and you may notice that your familiars and your animals are starting to sleep closer to the bed than they normally do, trying to give you that extra protection during this time, and like watching down over you in both the physical and the boy. No, you cannot go hide in the cupboard. Look out the window. Yes, Mr. Window. Go look out the window. That's much better for you than hiding in the cupboard. Why? Because I love you and you don't deserve to hide. Yes, the universe wants you to know that it loves you and you don't deserve to hide away your light and your talents, and to not give up. And maybe the way you were showcasing yourself before didn't work out. The universe wants you to know that it still sees you, and the universe still sees all the good that you're doing, and you are still doing good. Not everyone has to do it on a galactic scale, and even if you aren't on a global scale, like let's say your channel didn't go viral, but the person who really looks up to you and admires you has a following around the world. So you change their life, and in turn, they're sending that message out to the universe. You are still galactic and global and viral. You just might not have your nameplate on it, but that doesn't mean that your namesake isn't on it. Yeah, that's the rest of the download that came with it. It kind of looks like it, so I'm going to use an example. Spirit and your guides and ancestors in your starseed family would like you to know that they are cherry picking the goal line. Some of you might like FIFA or football. For over in North America, it's called soccer. What I'm hearing is that Spirit is cherry picking. Some of you may be cherry picking at this time, or berry picking. That is another form of meditation, movement meditation, because you're focusing and getting into the zone, right? Berry picking and putting it in the bucket and like just zoning out and doing your thing. So just in case, another example for that as well. Some of you may be dealing with people who cherry pick the goal line and decide that they want to change the goal line on you. I'll give an example of this. You may be dealing with someone who isn't reciprocating in the same energy. So you'll notice that they change the goalpost lines on you a lot during a argument or during negotiating the terms of your relationship. Another example of this is a double-edged sword, or like double standards, where you'll meet them halfway on something and all of a sudden they're taking 2 steps back. An example of this is, say you're working, I'm going to use a parent and a guardian and a child example, because that's what's coming to mind. You may have another analogy that suits what you're going through at the current moment. Say you wanted to get your child to take out the garbage, and in order for them to take it out to the corner of the street, and you said that in order to make it easy on them, you would be the one who would tie it up and put it near the back door. You originally told them, hey, take out the garbage. You take out the garbage. I'll put the garbage bag back into the bin after you bring it back inside. But they're like, oh, and they did it for a couple of times, and then they're like, you want to know what? That's just too many steps. I don't want to do that anymore. And you're like, okay, fine. I will tie up the bag and I'll put it at the back next to outside the back door, and you take it from the rest of the way to the garbage bin, and I will fill up the bag after you bring it back. And then slowly and slowly and slowly, they just keep negotiating and not in your favor, and eventually they just stop taking out the garbage altogether, and you're the one who has to do it. And then they're like, well, you agreed to it. You seem to be doing it okay. I don't know why it's a problem now. You do it just fine. I don't know why you need me. It's also known as malicious, no, not malicious compliance. And malicious incompetence can be another thing that's going on. Or it can be emotional as well, where they're like, I'm not going to respond to you if you're talking to me that way, and then they like try to say that you don't ever talk to them. It's annoying. Either way, I feel like you're being put in unfair situations, and at this time you're just removing yourself But the overall, ooh, wow, yay! You could be seeing 144 a lot, the number of the Starseeds. You can look that up online. You could be seeing that number a lot. I certainly am. Okay, as well as cherry picking the goalpost. So, what I mean by that is the universe is getting ready to make sure that all of your opportunities towards your goals is hitting the mark. So let's say you're worried about where you're gonna get someone to master your beats, and then all of a sudden, the very next day, you go out, someone offers up a name and someone really pristine in the city in order for you to get mastery then. Or you're wondering where you're going to get your kids to be taken care of, and all of a sudden there's an opening not too far for very pristine after school care. You're worried about whether or not you're going to get a job, and all of a sudden you're not only hired, but you're hired with recommendation and highly recommended by those who are around you. So you're highly recommended, whether it's being a friend, whether it's being an employee, whether it's being a spiritual teacher. You are being highly recommended and recognized at this time. Whether it's bringing in monetary value, I'm not sure if it's quite at that stage yet, but it's definitely, your name is definitely getting passed around, and in a good way. I feel like, yeah, you're walking away from people who, being assertive while doing it. Not only are you walking away, but you are being assertive and standing up for yourself while you are doing it. The person who may be treating you with double standards or, just not reciprocating the energy that you're giving out. You're pulling back your energy, you're spending less time with them and working and focusing more on yourself. You're being assertive when someone's not speaking to you kindly, and you're going to be like, I'm not accepting that kind of conversation, so unless you speak nicer to me, we're going to call it here, and I'm going to go over there and you're going to stay here, okay? And like really directing and delegating your workload. So you're not taking on other people's workload, you're delegating them and directing them on how to do it themselves. You're no longer taking on other people's jobs, you are telling them how they can do it, how they can make this happen themselves, which is a tangible progress towards saving up. So not only are you being assertive and making tangible money as you go. So where I was saying I don't know much about the money yet is coming through and saying, yes, you are making tangible and monetary value little bits at a time, as well as being assertive and putting your mind down to the grindstone. Some of you may be doing comedy, stand-up, and poetry and rap, because around here there's a place called Grindstone, which is very into the musical and theater arts. Some of you may be looking into doing improv classes in order to help you with being assertive and learning how to live in the moment and seize opportunities more. I can also indicate karaoke too. Yeah, getting out of your head, no longer feeling like you're stuck in a certain situation or that you were stuck to live a certain lifestyle throughout your whole life, no matter how late or how early it is in your journey. You know that you are able to sidestep out of all of the mental anguish that has been placed down before you throughout the years. You are the Hierophant. You are divinely ordained to share this creative side with everyone. I feel like there's a lot of creativity within you, whether it's public speaking, painting. Yes, again, not only are you're making much headway compared to before. You might have been spending more than you were making before, but now you are getting close to the part where, you got to spend money to make money. You're getting to the part where you make money, and that's exciting. So, due to the dreams that everyone's been having, I know it's a lot in the collective that I've heard yourself. Not all of them are bad dreams, of course. There's a lot of vivid dreaming going on of protectiveness. I know last night I had a dream. Well, I don't think it was a dream. I think I went astral traveling because I'm definitely tired like I went astral traveling. But I went around and I told a bunch of friends and family how to protect themselves in the spiritual realm by reminding them to call back their energy as well as return to sender. So return to sender like a letter, to the letter even. So don't take any of the energy people are sending to you, not even down to the letter. You return that to sender. And remember to call back your energy as well. People don't deserve it. You deserve it. That's your energy. And of course they deserve love and sending, but they shouldn't be holding on to it. That's not theirs to hold on to. Vitamin B as well. I feel like a lot of people's nervous systems, I can feel, are a bit off. So complex vitamin B, as well as I'm hearing magnesium for mood stabilizing, as well as it will help with your dreams too before bed, and absorb water more. Especially make sure you're getting your salt intake. But yeah, magnesium helps with natural mood stabilizing, helps with insomnia, and of course intake of water. Number 20, what the water spirits know is our advice and message for our dreams. On the full moon energy, let me see. Obstacles are divinely timed, the season of rest, slowing down to regroup. Obstacles are placed on our path for a purpose, to slow us down. If you are encountering ice, you need to proceed with caution. If you encounter a no, maybe a yes will come from a new source. If you encounter a mountain, you need time to figure out whether you should climb it, walk around it, or dig a tunnel through it, or choose another path altogether. Regardless of the form this obstacle takes, the winter spirits know that sometimes you need to put something on ice until a better time. If something isn't working right now, trust that it is not meant to be, well, at least not yet. What the winter spirit knows is that the season of slowing down to contemplate and dream is upon you now. Take advantage of this time to regroup, rethink your choices, and make a plan. Only after you've rested and surrender will you receive the wisdom that heralds the time of regeneration and rebirth. And who knows, perhaps the obstacle in your path you've been planning for may have melted away by then. So yes, remember what is meant for you will not pass you by. And anything that is trying, well, I don't got anything for that. Anything that's trying, you just bide your time. Bide your time and move along. Move along, carry on, move along, carry on. Okay, I know I said that was the last one, but then I realized that it's like under a half hour here, so I got 5 more minutes of my time before I'm resting and recuperating and giving thanks for all that I manifested since the new moon. I've had a lot of things come to term, and I'm completely completely grateful. I started laughing because it's a complete full moon. Completed a cycle. Yes, you are completing cycles. And at the end of the cycle, at the end of a marathon, you don't see them picking up a bicycle and start running again. No, you see them breathing. So remember to breathe, my dears. And remember to hydrate. And remember to rest. Because at the end of a marathon, you know, or a triathlon even, some of you have been doing triathlons, taking care of kids, working on your business, as well as spiritual warfare. Some of you are working on business, some of you are working towards having kids and saving up for marriage. You know, you got a lot of things going on. You deserve rest. The moon says she's got it for the night. She's at her fullest. It's okay if you're not. Can we get a full moon message suggestions for my lovely favorite? I'll take it. I'll take it. You want to stick it out? I'll grab it. Oop. 39. So some of you could be going 39 going on 40. Let's see, we have 20 here. Some of you could have been born in 39. Or year 93 as well. As the weaver's way is true. So a lot of you could be dealing with bison, the roaming buffalo, a lot of indigenous cultural backgrounds as well. Bigfoot. You know, Bigfoot, I feel like a lot of people feel like they don't get to see you that often. You may only come out when you feel like it. When you make an appearance, everyone is happy for that you showed up. Yeah, people are happy with the way you show up for them. So yeah, you have a lot of horsepower. You can go the distance. I don't feel like you can be broken very easily. You may enjoy the movie Spirit. Get out of my face and off of my back. Get off of my back. Where he's like trying to break him down, and they tried over and over again. People may have tried taking away your food, water, and supply. They may have tried taking away your spirit. They may have tried to lock you away and hide you away, and you still shined, and you still soared, and you still took that leap of faith from one canyon to the other. Trust and surrender to the essential partnership with the divine, reclaiming your magic. Yes, it totally reminds me of Spirit. Every time I say Spirit, though, Away keeps coming afterwards, so a lot of you could be lovers of the Studio Ghibli movies. And the winter spirits, who knows, coming through the cars. So Spirit wants to come through really strongly in this message and let you know that you are divinely protected. That was the first thing that came through, was that you are divinely protected during this time, even if it may feel like some of the attacks are getting through and they may be a bit annoying. Just remember to do a cleansing, water cleansing. You can do some smoke cleansing, incense cleansing as well. For water cleansing, you can do a bath, with a rosemary and salt, or if you don't have a bath, it is okay. I know a lot of people are like, bath or nothing, but if you only have a shower or you don't have a lot at your disposal, I know what that's like. You can certainly use just a bit of salt over your top of your crown and wash it away with some water, and that's perfectly fine. The spirits and the guides know what you have to work with. They are proud of you and they accept the amount and the stage that you're at. A lot of people may feel bad that they can't offer up their guides like a golden candle or blood resin, incense every single time, or dragon's blood. And that's okay. Your guides know what you have to work with. So if you offer them just a bite out of your meal or a sip of your water, to just know that you are there with them and you are thanking them, your ancestors, just a bit of a roll of your like dinner roll or whatever, they are still happy and proud of you and they are grateful for you. A lot of the times we are ever so trying to be grateful for the universe and the spirits, but they also want us to remember that they are grateful for us as well. You know, the fact that we take an eye and a liking to them and look at them, much like in the movie Coco, if no one thought of their family members, they eventually fade away. Your guides feel the same way, except they don't fade away altogether. They just fade away from your life. And of course, if you have nothing to give besides gratitude, then that is ever so filling to them as well. So if you can't get Aphrodite a whole bunch of shells, or Hecate a 3 faded statue or something, they still are grateful and happy for you. So your guides also and ancestors want to thank you for being grateful for your kills. If you are the type who continues the tradition of hunting for your family, they are grateful that you are taking in those lessons and being grateful for the catches that you get throughout the year, or that you forage for if you're the vegan hunters of mushrooms and all that other wonderful herbal exploration. Yeah, philosophy. A lot of you may be into a lot of different philosophies and ways of life as well. With the symbol over here in the Mayans could be important to you as well. So a lot of foxes on here. What is that from? I think it's from Austin Powers. I mean, you may enjoy Austin Powers, like, ooh, foxy. Either way, 39. The mythic story of the Dreamweavers invite us to imagine the purpose of these wise, benevolent beings working on our behalf, who represents the higher wisdom that governs our lives. So, if we don't really trust in them or any divine forces, it means we believe only in our human will to make things happen. That everything is on our shoulders to carry. If we can't see the hidden realm, it doesn't exist. Only what we see does. Even the idea of our higher selves is reduced to a philosophical idea. Effort that becomes primary, hard work, struggle, goals to achieve, and difficult relationships. A lot of people live this way. You don't. You know deep down that you can only do so much on your own. You need this divine partnership to make life work, as you are a co-creator. You're born to reclaim your magic, your roots in the mystical ways of the world. Trust becomes essential to surviving and thriving. Today, trust the way that is illogical, intuitive, perplexing, curious, and creative. This is the dream weaver's way, and it will always steer you into exploration and adventure. You will meet and befriend extraordinary people who will be your mystical companions. Just keep asking for a sign, and the next step will be revealed. Right now, your choice is obvious to your heart. Follow it and trust the outcome. So yes, remember the dices are loaded in your favor. You are your own magical wand. And yes, Spirit is cherry picking the goal line, waiting to be there just in case you may miss the mark. They're ready to smack it in. Is there anything left that you would like to say, or did I cover everything, Spirit? Yeah, take the leap. You're already taking the leap. Now open your wings and soar. The 10 of Cups is waiting for you to be adored. So, that's what I have for everyone. Thank you for coming through. As per usual, I appreciate anyone who likes, comments, and subscribes. I do enjoy all of the messages that I receive below, or just a hello, and let me know how you all are doing. Honestly, I really like connecting to people around the world. So the fact that I can do so while sharing my experiences and encouraging you and giving you a safe place to take a moment to chill for a while, it honestly means a lot to me. So I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun.